In a shocking twist that has sent ripples through the Green Bay Packers community, Micah Parsons has revealed he won't be back on the field as soon as many had hoped. The All-Pro edge rusher, who was a game-changer for the Packers last season, is now 4 months away from being cleared to practice after undergoing ACL surgery late last year. Fans, where are you watching from? I want to hear your thoughts on Parsons' situation. Leave your opinions in the comments below. Parsons, just 27 years old, suffered a devastating injury against the Denver Broncos on December 14th, which not only ended his season, but has now thrown a wrench into the Packers' plans for the upcoming year. The surgery he underwent on December 29th was more extensive than initially thought, involving not just the ACL, but also a procedure on his meniscus. This kind of news is tough for any fan base, especially one that had high hopes for a strong season led by a player of Parsons' caliber. The 5-time Pro Bowl selection is expected to start the season on the physically unable to perform PUP list, meaning he would automatically miss at least the first 4 games. This is a significant blow for a team that finished the previous season on a disappointing note. The goal for me is to complete the season, not no relapse, and playoffs and pushing towards a championship, Parsons stated. While his emphasis on caution is commendable, it raises questions about how the Packers will manage without him in those crucial early games. If Parsons does indeed begin the season on the PUP list, he could potentially return just in time for the Week 5 matchup against the Chicago Bears. But let's not kid ourselves, the Packers need him sooner rather than later. The rivalry with the Bears is always intense, and having Parsons on the field could be pivotal. The following week, the Packers will host Parsons' former team, the Dallas Cowboys, which adds another layer of intrigue to his return timeline. Parsons highlighted the importance of a cautious approach, citing a pretty good strong 9-month rule that the Packers adhere to. His insight into the rehabilitation process is vital. After all, rushing back from an ACL injury, especially with additional complications, can lead to long-term setbacks. Through the research and the data, there's no good outcomes with players coming back early from an ACL, he noted. This is a critical point for the Packers organization to consider as they look to balance short-term needs with long-term goals. Before Parsons' injury, the Packers were cruising at a 9-3-1 record, a promising position that quickly soured as they went on to lose the final 4 games of the season, culminating in a first-round playoff exit at the hands of the Bears. The contrast between that hopeful start and the subsequent collapse is something that still haunts the fanbase. Parsons himself had a standout season, recording 12.5 sacks, 41 tackles, 27 quarterback hits, and 2 forced fumbles, earning All-Pro honors for the 3rd time in just 5 seasons. The Packers made a bold move to acquire Parsons from the Cowboys in August 2025, a trade that shocked many. They sent Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks to Dallas, a hefty price that signaled their commitment to building a championship-caliber team around him. The expectation was that Parsons would be a cornerstone player for years to come, especially after he accumulated an impressive 65 sacks in just 77 games since being drafted with the 12th overall pick in 2021. As we navigate through the uncertainty surrounding Parsons' return, the focus must remain on how the Packers can adapt. His absence will certainly be felt, and the depth at the fans are understandably anxious as they await news on Parsons' recovery, but the organization must prioritize his health above all. A fully recovered and dominant Parsons in the playoffs is far more valuable than a rushed return that risks further injury. The Packers' journey this season hinges not only on the talent they field, but on their ability to make smart decisions regarding player health and performance. As we turn our attention to the next piece of news, the implications of Parsons' recovery will remain a pivotal topic for fans and analysts alike. How will the Packers' strategy shift in the absence of one of their key defenders? Let's dive deeper into the next storyline that could shape the team's future.
No trade for Josh Sweat. That's the reality the Green Bay Packers are facing as they gear up for the new season without the services of Micah Parsons. The expectations are high, and the pressure is on. But Parsons himself seems confident that the current roster of edge rushers will hold their own. Oh, 100%, he declared during the OTAs when asked about the pass rush, emphasizing that the depth chart is more than capable of stepping up. Let's break down the roster. The Packers have added Javon Hargrave to the mix, joining the returning talents of Devontae Wyatt and Carl Brooks at defensive tackle. Parsons believes that just having these 3 on the field simultaneously is a significant advantage. But it doesn't end there. The edge rushers are where the spotlight shines, and Parsons has been training with potential breakout stars Barron Sorrell and Colin Oliver, further bolstering the team's defensive lineup. And let's not forget about Dani Dennis-Sutton, a promising talent drafted in the 4th round, who adds even more depth. Then, there's Lukas Van Ness. If you ask Parsons, he's practically the unsung hero of this group, someone he believes is often overlooked. I think between all of us, I think Luke is someone that people sleep on the most, and I don't know why, he asserted emphatically. His confidence in Van Ness is palpable, suggesting that if he can stay healthy, he could emerge as a fan favorite by the end of the season. The speculation surrounding a potential trade for Sweat had captured the attention of many fans, especially considering his previous performances under new Packers defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon during his time with the Eagles and the Cardinals. Ian Rappaport of NFL Network has since dismissed any rumors linking Sweat to the Packers, reiterating that he is not being traded anywhere. It's a letdown for those holding out hope, especially given that Sweat's last season saw him shatter his career high with 12 sacks and 13 tackles for losses, while the Packers' edge rushers collectively have managed only 15.5 sacks throughout their careers. This situation poses a glaring problem for Gannon's defense as it attempts to find solutions to bolster the pass rush. While Parsons is working hard to recover from his own surgery, he emphasizes the importance of patience in the rehab process. "We have a pretty good, strong 9-month rule," he explained, alluding to the need for a full recovery without rushing back to the field. His experience with ACL and meniscus surgery only strengthens his commitment to doing things right. As we look ahead to the upcoming season, the Packers will need to rely on their current roster to step up in a major way. The absence of a trade for a proven pass rusher like Sweat is a significant blow, but the potential within the team is there. The question remains, will the edge rushers rise to the occasion, or will they falter under the weight of expectations? Fans are eager to see how this unfolds, and your thoughts on where you're watching from and your opinion on the Packers' defensive strategy are welcome. Next, let's dive into the latest on the Packers' offensive strategies and how they plan to tackle the season ahead.
Javon Bullard is making waves, not just with a new jersey number, but with an invigorated mindset as he gears up for the upcoming season. The Green Bay Packers' starting nickel defender has snagged the number 7, a number that carries weight and significance, previously worn by his former teammate Quay Walker. Bullard's connection to Walker runs deep, built on a shared history both on and off the field, and he's not shying away from making this move known. "Always wanted a single digit," Bullard explained during OTAs, emphasizing the importance of keeping the jersey within the Georgia family. As soon as he got wind of Walker's big free agent signing with the Raiders, Bullard was quick to act. "I ain't wasting no time," he declared. His urgency reflects not just a personal choice, but a commitment to his identity as a Packer. "When I found out he was leaving, I was like, let me call Matt and see if I can get this number switched." Transitioning from number 20 to number 7 is more than just a cosmetic change for Bullard. It's about shedding the past and stepping into a role where he hopes to shine. He's expressed satisfaction with a new number, stating, "Oh, yeah, I like it for sure." But the real test lies ahead as he integrates into new defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon's system. Bullard's development has been steady since he was drafted in the 2nd round in 2024. He split his rookie season between safety and the slot and finally found his footing in the slot last year. While his stats, 83 tackles, no interceptions, and 3 passes defensed, may not jump off the page, they tell a story of a player who has laid the groundwork for growth. When asked about Gannon's defense, he described it as having crazy disguises, a testament to the complexity and potential of the system he's stepping into. Yet, it's not just about personal evolution. It's about the collective identity of the Packers' defense. Last season, the unit struggled with consistency, especially in critical moments. The team faced challenges closing out games, notably collapsing in Denver and Chicago. Bullard's awareness of this is keen, and he's vocal about the need for improvement. "You got to find a way," he emphasized, recognizing that grit and brotherhood are essential when the game is on the line. The Packers' inability to finish games has been a thorn in their side, and as Bullard points out, it's about leaning on each other in those critical moments. "When you ain't got nothing left in the tank, you're depending on your brother," he said, echoing the spirit of teamwork that's crucial for success. The bond he speaks of is what can make or break a season, particularly against fierce rivals like the Bears. However, the defense's need to generate turnovers is an area that cannot be overlooked. The drop from 31 takeaways in 2024 to just 14 in 2025 is alarming. Those turnovers could have easily shifted the trajectory of several close games last season. Bullard has clear intentions for this upcoming year. You got to seek the ball, man. It's so important. They named the game after it. His determination to focus on creating opportunities for turnovers reflects an understanding of the game that could be pivotal for the Packers. As the new season approaches, the question remains, will the new number and the fresh defensive strategy elevate Bullard's game? He's been solid but hasn't yet hit his peak, with no interceptions or forced fumbles to his name. Perhaps this is the year he breaks through and fulfills his potential as a leader on this team. When asked if he feels faster in his new jersey, Bullard shrugged it off, stating simply, "I just feel like Bull. I feel good. Anyway, you know what I mean?" As we wrap up this discussion, it's clear that the Packers are gearing up for a pivotal season, and much of that hinges on players like Javon Bullard stepping up. With a focus on finishing games, increasing turnovers, and fostering a brotherhood within the team, the potential for greatness is palpable. Where are you watching from? We want to hear your thoughts. Do you believe the Packers can turn it around this season? Don't forget to subscribe and leave your opinion about what you think lies ahead for Green Bay. It's time to rally around this team as they look to make their mark in the league once again.